Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. What happens when you mix a teenage genius with centuries of concentrated evil? Today, we're diving into two fascinating Marvel origin stories, Riri Williams and Blackheart. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how these characters from opposite ends of the universe are reshaping Marvel's landscape of heroes and villains.
And what a contrast they make. You've got this brilliant young engineer on one side, and literally the son of a demon on the other.
Let's start with Riri. She's relatively new to the Marvel Universe, right?
Yeah, she first appeared in Invincible Iron Man back in 2016. She's this incredible prodigy from Chicago who got into MIT at just 11 years old.
Wait, 11? That's insane.
Absolutely. And here's where it gets really interesting. She actually reverse engineered one of Iron Man's suits while she was still a student. Just figured it out on her own.
That's incredible. But it wasn't all just genius and success, was it?
No, there's actually a really tragic element to her story. When she was just 10, she lost both her stepfather and her best friend in a drive-by shooting.
That must have had a huge impact on her development.
Definitely. It's what drove her to create something that could protect people. She wanted to make sure no one else would have to experience that kind of loss.
Now, let's shift gears to our other origin story, Blackheart. Talk about coming from a different background.
Oh yeah, completely different. Blackheart was literally born from centuries of accumulated evil in a place called Christ's Crown in New York.
Created by Mephisto himself, right?
Exactly. Mephisto created him as a son, using all the negative energy from centuries of murders and tragedy in that location.
You know what's fascinating? Both these characters actually have really complex relationships with their fathers, or father figures.
That's such a good point. Riri was inspired by Tony Stark, while Blackheart constantly tries to prove himself against Mephisto.
Speaking of Riri's connection to Stark, there's an interesting detail about her MIT education.
Oh yeah, Tony actually funded a grant program at MIT that likely supported her studies. Even after his death, his legacy was helping shape the next generation.
That's pretty cool. Meanwhile, Blackheart was trying to corrupt everyone he could find, right?
Initially, yes. He tried to corrupt heroes like Daredevil and Spider-Man, but kept failing. He was really trying to understand the nature of evil under Mephisto's guidance.
But he wasn't just a one-dimensional villain, was he?
Not at all. He actually started questioning his father's methods and the whole concept of evil. It's pretty deep stuff for a demon.
Let's talk about their powers. Riri's are all tech-based, right?
Yeah, her Ironheart suit gives her superhuman strength, speed, durability, and flight capabilities, plus energy repulsors and missiles.
And Blackheart's powers are more supernatural?
Definitely. He can regenerate from injuries, teleport between dimensions, change size and form, and generate these black energy blasts. He's incredibly powerful.
You know what's interesting? Both characters have had some controversy around their creation.
Right, there was actually a whole thing with Riri's first comic cover that had to be pulled because it inappropriately sexualized her as a 15-year-old character.
That sparked some important conversations about representation, didn't it?
Absolutely. It led to discussions about how young female characters, especially young women of color, are portrayed in comics.
Let's talk about their development. How has Riri grown since her first appearance?
She's really come into her own. From reverse engineering Stark tech to creating her own unique innovations. She's even joined teams like the Champions.
And Blackheart?
His journey's been fascinating. He went from trying to corrupt heroes to questioning his own nature and purpose. He even joined the Avengers Academy at one point.
Wait, really? A demon at Avengers Academy?
Yeah, though not everyone trusted him. The vampire hunter bloodline particularly kept her distance.
It's interesting how both characters have had to deal with trust issues.
Definitely. Riri had to prove herself worthy of carrying on Iron Man's legacy, while Blackheart had to convince others he could be more than just Mephisto's son.
Let's talk about their impact on the Marvel Universe as a whole.
Well, Riri's really become a symbol of the next generation of heroes. She's brilliant, determined, and not afraid to forge her own path.
And Blackheart?
He's shown that even beings created from pure evil can question their nature and potentially change. It's a pretty powerful message.
You know what's really striking? The timing of their stories intersecting in 2025.
Right? It's this fascinating collision of technology and supernatural elements in Marvel's universe.
Speaking of technology, Riri's really pushed the boundaries of what's possible with her innovations.
Absolutely. She created a vibranium detector that got her involved with Wakanda, and her suit designs keep getting more advanced.
While Blackheart's been pushing boundaries in a different way.
Yeah, he's challenged the very notion of what it means to be evil. Can someone created from darkness choose a different path?
It's interesting how both characters deal with expectations.
Exactly. Riri's expected to live up to Tony Stark's legacy, while Blackheart's expected to follow in Mephisto's footsteps.
And they both seem to be charting their own courses instead.
That's what makes them such compelling characters. They're not just accepting their predetermined roles.
Let's talk about their current status in the Marvel Universe.
Well, Riri's really coming into her own. She's got her own series, she's working with other young heroes, and she's becoming a major player.
And Blackheart?
He's still walking that line between his demonic nature and his desire to be something more. It's an ongoing struggle.
Do you think their paths might cross at some point?
That would be fascinating, wouldn't it? Technology versus supernatural power, both trying to defy their expected roles.
It's amazing how two such different characters can have such similar themes in their stories.
That's what makes Marvel's universe so rich, these unexpected connections and parallels between seemingly opposite characters.
So what's next for these characters?
Well, Riri's definitely on an upward trajectory. She's becoming more prominent in the Marvel universe, especially with her upcoming series.
And Blackheart continues to evolve in his own way.
Exactly. His story shows that even after centuries, characters can still surprise us with new developments.
It really shows how Marvel keeps finding ways to reinvent and refresh their universe.
Whether it's through new characters like Riri or giving new depth to established ones like Blackheart.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Copilot Podcasts. Remember, whether you're a genius with a suit of armor or a demon questioning your nature, what matters most is choosing your own path.
And sometimes the most interesting stories come from the most unexpected origins.